Welcome to our Link G4x Training Part 3. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at working with our calibration files. This is going to be including how to upload a calibration file to our G4x box, how to properly save our calibration files in the proper file and folder structure, as well as taking a look at some basic editing techniques and keystrokes that we have available in our software so that when we're going in and making kind of changes, we know exactly what to do and getting familiar with our software even further. So without further wait, let's jump into this video so we can check everything out. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to be taking a look at working with our calibration files in our PC Link software. This is going to include things like saving our files, uploading files, going in and doing a store function with the link box that we're working with. Also taking a look at some general editing techniques within our tables, learning how to do math functions, interpolation functions. We're gonna have a lot to cover here. Now, before we jump into the training tutorial, I do wanna mention that the layout that I have open here is the layout that I provided in the course directory. So this is our master layout. If we actually go here to layout and then to load layout, you'll be able to load that layout that I provided again in the course directory. So I'm going to be using this throughout all the rest of the videos in the training course. The very first video and the second video, we started to learn about the software, install the software. The last video, we've talked about this particular layout, and I'm going to carry it through the rest of the videos here. So just for reference sake, always have this open while you're following along. You'll be able to see everything I have on screen. Now, we're going to jump in and start to save the file out of the link box that I'm working with. So I have my Atom box. It's plugged into my vehicle I have here. I have my USB cable plugged into my laptop, plugged into my Atom box, and the vehicle is powered on. We can see the status of what's going on here up top in the right-hand corner. It's showing us that we're online. So we're online, we're connected to the link box. Now the file that's in here is a default file that Link has put into the box when it shipped to me. In the very first video, we unlocked the box. This is the default file that is in the box again, right from Link. What I want to do is save this as an original file. I want to make sure I save it so that if I go back to, let's say, a different application with this Atom box into another car, I can start off with this blank file. Or if, let's just say, I tuned this particular car with this particular Atom box and I want to go in and put it on a different vehicle, I want to go and save it as original. That'd be the original file. And then I can resave it as a different name and continue on with that file or install a new file. It's always important that you save the file that's in the box that you're working with as original. It's good tuning practices that you can get into a habit with, whether it's going to be with Link, Motec, Haltech, or any other system. It's always good to read the file out of the box and save it as original. I can't stress that enough. So let's take a look at how we're going to do this. So if we go here to File and we go here to Save or Save As, we have two different options. If we go to Save, it's going to be saving the file on top of whatever we're working with here. In this case, we want to save it as a new name, and the new name we want to save it as is original. So go here to Save As. Now in Save As, it's going to open up a folder here that has a bunch of different files in it. These are the files in the base map directory that Link has provided for various boxes that we might be working with. So in this case, I have an Atom box, and we can see that they actually have an Atom specific file here. Looking down the list, most of the files that are provided are going to be the plug and play applications with the G4x Extreme plugin option. So in this case, I don't want to save this file within this folder. I want to save it outside of the folder so I can kind of keep track of it and keep it away from the base maps, because these are, again, the original, what I consider base maps from Link, and I don't like to alter them. I like to always be able to go back in and use them just as I would with this original file this Atom has shipped with. So let's take a look at what we're going to do here. In order to get out of the folder, we're going to use our up arrow. And now we're in our separate folder, or outside of that folder, I should say. Base map folder is right here. We're outside of it. So we have some other folders within our PC Link G4x folder, and that's going to be found in our C drive. We can see that subroot of where we're going here. What I'm going to do is right click here, and I'm going to go into new. I'm going to create a new folder. Now the project I'm working with, I can just name it to whatever it's going to be. So I'll just call it here Atom EPA or EPA Atom. Doesn't really matter. G4x. And then click off here, and I'm going to go and then click into the folder, double click here, and save my file. This is that save as function. This is where we can save it as a unique name. I'm going to call this original. That's the original file. I'll click save. Now, what I'm going to do if I want to start off with this particular file and start my editing and calibration process with, I want to go and save it as another name yet. That way I don't save on top of or edit or modify this original file. We're treating the original file as the original file. So again, this is really good practice to get into with any engine management system because you don't want to overwrite your original file that would have ran the car or been in the box that you're starting with. Even if it doesn't run the car, it's just good practice again to just save it just as a backup. So what I'm going to do now is go to File, go to Save As once again, and now I'm going to go jump out of our base map directory, jump into our EPA Atom G4x, and within here I can save this as a new file name. It's the same file, different name, so now if I make any editing changes and I save it, it'll save it in the new file name, and the original file here is still untouched. So what I'm going to do is call this file, let's just say... Thanks for checking out our teaser clip. If you want to see the rest of this video and more than 500 hours of current EFI training we have to offer, make sure you click right here. If you want to go and check out more teaser clips from this training course, click here, and you don't want to miss any of the videos we're going to be releasing on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and click here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.